This is lesson 825, problem 8-101. In this problem, they give us a quadratic equation in standard form, and they want us to rewrite it in graphing form or vertex form. And to do that, we need to complete the square. Once we've done that, we're going to also state what the vertex and the y-intercept are. So you can, we need to build this with our algebra tiles, so you can use your actual tiles in your ebook under your tools. I'm going to just draw it out on here. So I've got my equation mats, and the equation they gave us is f of x equals x squared plus 6x plus 7. Okay, so I'm going to show my positive tiles with blue, just like we do in the book, and then I'll do the negatives if I have any negatives with red tiles. So f of x is another way of saying y, so I'm going to just have one y tile on the left, and on the right, I've got an x squared tile. And we always want to put our x squared tiles in the bottom left-hand corner. And then now I have 6 x tiles. So since I'm making a square, I need to split those in half and put half of them above my x squared tile and half of them to the right of my x squared tile. Okay, so remember, keep in mind that x sides have to line up with x sides and y sides with y sides. And when you are doing this with your actual tiles, I'm going to redraw that really quick, you'll see that they'll line up better than my sketch. All right, and then now we have 7 ones, so we're going to just fill those in over here somewhere. There's 4, 5, 6, and I have 7. Okay, and so I'm trying to make a complete square here. So to finish off this square, I notice that I'm missing 2 tiles to make this a complete square. So I'm going to draw those 2 tiles in. I'm going to add 2 tiles to this side to make this a complete square. And if I do that on the right, I also have to do it on the left to keep this equation balanced. So to make that a complete square, we've now added 2 to both sides. So now if I look on my, at my square here on the right, if I look at the dimensions, this bottom side is x plus 3, because I have an x length and 3 ones. And this height here is x plus 3 again. Interesting, a perfect square. X plus 3 times x plus 3. So now I'm going to go and write what I've got here algebraically. So on the left I have a y tile plus 2 ones, and they're positive because it's blue. And on the right we have that perfect square, x plus 3 squared. All right, and now to get it into our graphing or vertex form, we need to get the y alone. So solving this, I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. So that gives me y equals x plus 3 squared minus 2. So now when you're looking at this, hopefully you realize it's in graphing form or vertex form, and you can see the vertex right away. So for our vertex, the x-coordinate is when we take what's inside of the parentheses there and set it equal to 0. So if I set x plus 3 equal to 0 and solve for x, we would get x equals negative 3. And then the y-coordinate of my vertex is, remember, whatever this number is at the end there when it's in graphing form. All right. So we have now completed the square and got our equation in graphing form right there. We looked at that and got our vertex. Okay, and then to find the y-intercept, let's go back to our, do this a couple ways. I'm going to go back to my original equation, which was y equals x squared plus 6x plus 7. So remember to find the y-intercept. That's just where x equals 0. So I would just plug 0 in for all my x's. And when I solve that, I get that y equals 7. So my y-intercept is at the point 0, 7. Okay? Now, hopefully you notice that you might notice that you see this 7 right here. When we have our equation in standard form, we look at the 1s, and that should tell us the y-intercept, which makes sense, right? Because you're putting 0 in for these x's, and so they're going away, and you're left with whatever your 1s are when your equation is in standard form.